Hey guys, this is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Thank you for watching this video today. It is the 25th of September 2023. It is a Monday afternoon at the time of recording is about 2:40 p.m. So just now I had a business meeting, so I started to do this video a bit later. Okay, and I believe there are more people who joined the SeasonalVantage Insider. So for those who just joined, okay, welcome on board to this community and the family as well. So normally every Monday afternoon, okay, I will do a video updates, okay, to update you guys, exclusive only to the SeasonalVantage Insiders, to share with you some of the market updates and some of the key stocks, sectors, industry, ETF that I'll be watching based on the seasonal data over here. Okay, so before I kickstart today's session, right? So just a very quick disclaimer first. Whatever I share in this video is just for education purpose, not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. Okay, this is not financial advice, so please do your own due diligence. Okay. Okay, so before I once again one more announcement. All right. I know today it is nearing towards the end of this week already, so towards October. For those who purchased the SeasonalVantage last quarter and haven't purchased the quarter 4 one, I think we only just left a few more days. Okay, please use the early bird discount coupon for current users. Okay, so use the coupon, especially for you, 99SQ. For 99SV4Q over here. So this you get it at only 99 Sing dollars over here. For those who just joined, okay, I will not shortchange you. The next quarter, if you intend to join, okay, I will also give you the same rate. Okay, but okay, I have an intention, right, to convert the current SeasonalVantage Insiders, right, to a membership platform, because there are people who actually ask me, hey Alex, can I just pay you month after month kind of subscription? Okay, I don't have to pay every quarter. So right now, for those who join me since the start of the year, you guys have been paying for like consecutively 3 quarters, and some find it very troublesome. Hey, every 3 months, I have to make payment, enter my credit card detail and such lah. So we will see how it goes. So most likely, next year we will convert into a membership platform. There will be a membership platform access for you to log into the details and such a password, so they can log in and see everything, all the videos or archive the videos will be in as well. Okay, so just this quick announcement. All right, remember, okay, use this specially coupon for you. Okay, 99SV4Q. All right, I will share the link in this unlisted YouTube video over here in the description box. So please don't share this video to any other people that's outside of the SeasonalVantage community. Okay, all right, so let's kickstart this session now. So last week, if you haven't watched, I strongly recommend you to watch the public video, okay, that I shared to the public on, I think because last Friday I didn't do my Facebook Live, right? So I actually do this video, okay, 3 days ago. You can see last Friday, stock market crash ahead. So I share with you my outlook, okay, on what I think the market is doing. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend that you watch it, but just a very brief recap over here, right? So the S&P 500, okay, we are right now, last Friday close week, okay, and I set some levels like about 4350 that the market might go there and test. Okay, having said that, this week, okay, I feel that the market is a little bit oversold. Okay, based on certain indicators that I'm looking at. Okay, and I'll share with you, like, based on this decision point chart gallery, right? All right, if you're looking at the oscillator, this is the market breadth oscillator. It is the, where is it? This McClellan oscillator over here. Okay, all right. So if you look at that, okay, I just click on it. All right, you'll see, okay, that while the market is making a new low over here, okay, but the McClellan oscillator is not making a new low. So maybe I will just do a 1 year so you can see clearer over there. Yeah, can you see over here? Okay, so while the market is making a new low over here, can you see that it actually breached the low over here? This is S&P 500, right? This is the S&P 500, okay? It go for a new low over here, but the McClellan oscillator is making a higher high. So this is a bullish divergence. This is a bullish divergence over here, okay? Yeah, so even though I said that, September historically is a bearish month, but you also need to take into context that, August was a down month. September is also a down month this month, okay? So all in all, we have been down for 2 consecutive months already. So, all right, I'm not surprised, okay, if the market will have some technical rebound. Whether this technical rebound will lead to a complete reversal, nobody knows. But right now, we are at a oversold level. Oversold level, okay, I just repeat again based on what I said last week, okay, that based on this, okay, decision chart gallery, okay, this percentage of stocks above the key moving average, right? You can see over here, we are also somewhere near the low. So the market breadth is at a low. So right now, only about 15%. Last Friday, when I mentioned, it's about 17.6%, if I'm not mistaken. So about 18% now, it's dropped even lower to 15%, which means that, only 15% of the S&P 500 stocks are above the 20-day moving average. For the mid-range, middle-term outlook, okay, only 23% is above the 50-day EMA. So all in all, we are at a low level. So I am not surprised if this week there could be a technical rebound. Okay, we shall see how it goes. So this week, okay, I'll just share with you straight. My incline is more looking for opportunity to go long. Okay, I repeat, my incline is look for opportunity to go long, but we still need to wait for the price action over here. Okay, and having said that, if you are going to look at this RRG chart, relative rotation graph over here, let's take a step back and see what is the stronger sector out there. So this is the RRG chart. I used to share it sometimes during my Facebook Live, not always, but this is more for the insiders over here. You can see that, basically this is to share with you what as a sector rotation. So which are the leading sector, which is the weakening sector, which is the lagging sector, which is the improving sector. So in short, okay, we want to find, strong sectors or the one that's improving, basically the green one and the blue one. The green is the leading, the blue is the improving one. So as you can see over here, right now the health sector and the consumer staples looks improving, okay, based on the daily time frame. And of course, currently, of course, the energy is the leading one, but it seems like it's going to heading into a weakening. Weakening doesn't mean that it is price coming down, just that the momentum is losing strength. Okay, it is still at a high. Energy, crude oil is still at a high, but it is not as strong as previously. So maybe I'll look at, for example, financial sector, consumer discretionary, okay, consumer staple, or even the health sector. Technology, you can see that it is pretty weak. Okay, of course, if the indices is going to rebound, okay, because it's the weakest, right? Then it could go up help as well. So this is I'm looking at some of this industry as well. Health, consumer staple. These two are looking good to me. Okay, looking at that. But having said that, again, I will still look at the data over here. Okay, all right. So let me share with you the data over here. Let me try to move here. Okay. All right, so before we go into this, right, let's recap on what I mentioned last week. So last week was actually a pretty good week, right? So last week was from the 17th of September to 24th of September. So this is already auto filtered already. So last week, okay, I talked about a few ETF. All right, first of all, I talked about the VHT, all right, this is the healthcare ETF. I mentioned that, I'm looking for opportunity to go short, okay? Let's also look at the IYK, the VGK ETF, which I mentioned during the Facebook Live also, okay? So these are the three that I'm looking at, and also uranium also. So let's take a look at VHT first. So if you take a look at VHT, okay, VHT. So it was a good overall week last week, okay. You can see that last week when I first mentioned, right, on Monday over here, it was here, right? On Friday, it was here. Then Monday, I mentioned, okay, price actually came down lower. So I mentioned that, we could look for opportunity to go long at the market open and see how price go, right? So in fact, I set a stop limit order and went for a short. So, I went for a short. It was a good trade. I already exited. Okay, so my risk to reward, it is 1:1.5, which means that if I risk $100, I profited $150. So it was a good trade, exited, okay, very fast swing trade, it was done, okay. The other one I mentioned was actually the IYK. IYK I didn't enter, okay. IYK I did not enter because I entered the VHT, that was the health ETF, health sector. So IYK was also doing pretty well, okay. All right, in fact, price also came down last week also. It was good, okay. And what else? I actually talk about VGK, okay. VGK was the Europe ETF over here. This one a bit hard to enter because when I mentioned that on Monday night, it actually gapped down. So very difficult to enter this, so I didn't enter that. But eventually, price also came back down. Okay. Or I know I also mentioned about this INDA. Okay, INDA. I mentioned to you guys for INDA. So this is the one. Okay. So I told you guys that I shorted somewhere around here. Okay, this bar and also went down. I take a few days for price to came down and a gap down over here. So I also exited at this bar over here. So also risk to reward, it is 1:1.5. So risk $100, profited at least $150. So this was a good trade. And another one that I mentioned is actually the URA. Last week, okay. Right now, last Thursday it was good, but Friday price rebounded back up. So right now the URA for me, it is underwater. So it is slightly underwater over here. So my stop loss target is slightly above the high over here lah. So let's see how price will go within this week. Okay, if price gets stopped out, so be it, because I make profit on the 3 other trades. Okay, so no issue on that. So all in all, it's a good week for me. So again, for those who just join SeasonalVantage, okay, seasonals is not 100% kind of a 包价, okay, sure win kind of analysis. It is just a tool combined with price action. It gives us a high probability trade. Okay, so for those who join quite a while, you should really understand this concept already. Okay, so heading into this week, right? So let's head into the Excel data spreadsheet over here. So let's go through the bearish side one. So if you still think that this week is going to be bearish, but in fact, nothing much, So for this week, right? Okay, for this week is actually from the 25th to 1st of October, right? So if you set 25th onwards, right, it's nothing, it's just here, okay? And all these are inverse ETF, Pro Shares Ultra, all these are inverse ETF. So basically the shorting kind of ETF, which means that if they're going to be bearish, right, it means that it is heading higher. In short, okay, at the end of the month, there's a high tendency, based on historical data, that the market, might go up, okay, starting from early October onwards, okay. And before I forget, right, so I will still monitor the situation. So if I think that October is going to be a bearish month, right, I will send you guys the data, bearish ETF and the stocks data for free, okay, at no additional cost. So right now, the data that you have are all the bullish data over here, okay? So for those, okay, who haven't so-called repurchased the Q4 report, right, especially the current user, do take note. So next week onward, if you did not repurchase, you won't be able to get the additional data if necessary, okay? Just to tell you that, okay, Ken? All right, so having said that, let's go to the, this is the bearish. So nothing much, mostly are the inverse ETF and they are the bearish one. If they are the bearish one, meaning that it is, the market is going to higher, because this is the inverse one, okay? So as I mentioned, I'm more inclined to look at the bullish data over here. So the bullish data, this is for the stocks. I wanted to show you the ETF for the bullish one. Okay, so this is the ETF over here for September. This week, as I mentioned, is 24th to 1st of October, right? 24th, auto filter, okay, 24th. Okay, to 29 over here. So just click OK over here. Okay, so for those who just joined the SeasonalVantage, you will not get this because this is for the Q3, the additional data. Actually, not the addition, the Q3 data that I provided. Okay, so for the new users, you only have the October data. So you can just follow me on this data sheet over here, right? So you can see over here, right, 25th until to 29. Okay, there are quite a number of bullish, ETF sectors and industry. Okay, and the one that I'm looking out for is actually the finance sector. Okay, you can see just now I mentioned, right, just now during this RRG relative rotation graph, you can see that the finance sector is actually a leading sector. Of course, it's relative to the S&P 500. So it's in a green box right now. Okay, in the green section is the leading sector over here. So if you're looking at that, I am actually looking at the insurance, okay, regional banking, but I prefer to look at the KIE over here. Okay, so KIE, this is the insurance ETF over here. Okay, insurance ETF over here. KIE, this is the KIE over here. Okay, all right. So yeah, let's see whether this coming week price can continue to head higher. So you can see overall, you can see that the insurance is pretty strong, right? It is not too bad, right? Okay, so what I am seeing the price action is that, the previous high was somewhere around here. So right now, price hasn't hit the high yet. Okay, so I think there might be a good chance that price could retest the high over here. Okay, so let's say if I wanted to go long on the insurance ETF, okay, of course my exit target will be somewhere around here. Don't be so greedy, okay, to wait for it to break out. Let's say if I entered, it'll be somewhere around here. Okay, I'm watching this KIE as well. So if you look at the if you look at the 2-day time frame over here, sometimes I wrote the daily, I wrote 2 days. So you can see that the 2-day time frame, there was a wash and rinse pattern over here. The high is actually 43.55. So on this bar over here, okay, 43.55 over here. Okay, you can see over here. All right, so this is here. If on today, Monday, okay, if price can go above 43.55, I'll be interested to go long on the insurance ETF. Price must stay above 43.55 lah. Okay, 43.55. Then my immediate target will be somewhere around here lah. Okay, for 44.29, somewhere around there. So this could be a short swing trade. Again, I haven't entered. I'm looking to enter on it, and I might not enter also. So there are other few ETF that I'm looking at as well. So insurance ETF is something that I'm watching also. Okay, so if you want to know what are the component stocks that's inside the insurance ETF, right, you can just go to etf.com/KIE. Okay, this is the #1 go-to site if you want to check out the ETF and the component stocks. So this is the S&P insurance ETF over here. If you scroll down, you can see that, these are the top 10 holdings of the insurance ETF. Okay, so the top 10 with only 23.53%. So it's a quite diversified insurance ETF. Okay, Allstate, Selective, Everest Group, Travelers Company, RL, Bickley, all these you can take a look. So these are the stocks that you might want to consider if you wanted to go long, or if you don't want to choose any of the stocks, right, then the whole ETF will be a good thing that you want to look at also. Okay, this is one that I'm looking at for this coming week. Okay, if you want to diversify outside of stocks, US equity, another thing that I'm interested to look at is actually corn jargon. The popcorn, the corn. Okay, the corn ETF over here, this is a CORN. So you can see that, okay, I forgot to mention KIE, right? The start date is 25th of September until the 10th of November. For the past 10 years, 90% of the time, okay, it ended positive, it closed positively, okay. All right, so there's a good windows, there's a good range over here, okay. And for the corn over here, this commodity, the favorable dates is from the 25th of September to the 6th of October. Okay, can you see that the calendar date is actually, the runway is actually pretty short, okay? So 25th is actually today, so we should see how it goes. So this is corn over here. For the past 10 years, 90% of the time, it is up higher, okay? And the close positive over here. So for corn, okay, just to let you know, I will look at the corn ETF, corn futures first. Corn futures is ZC over here. Okay, can you see that it is actually, for the past many months, it has been grinding down over here. All right, so you need to understand that we are actually against the trend. Right now, we are priced below the central pivot range and also below the cloud. Okay, so this is in a downtrend, but okay, we are, the momentum is slowing down. You can see that, impulse leg down, then lower, they kind of grinding down. So, okay, so let's see whether price can go higher up or not. Okay, so we shall see how it goes. Over here, this is also corn that I'm looking at. Okay, there are a few ways to trade corn. Okay, one way is to buy or sell using CFD forwards. Okay, the commodities ETF, commodity CFD lah. Okay, another one is this corn ETF over here. Okay, corn ETF. So there is also a wash and rinse pattern over here. Okay, wash and rinse pattern meaning that, on this bar over here, okay, price close below the prior low. So this was the prior bar. The low is here. Okay, the low is 21.98. Okay. Let me try to do this. 21.98 over here. Oops. How come cannot do the thing? Vertical. Oh, no, sorry, it's horizontal. Sorry. 21.98, right? It is over here. Okay, so there is a wash and rinse pattern over here. So let's see if price, okay, can close above 21.98, okay, within this coming week. Okay, so if price can close above 21.98, then I'll be inclined to go long. So again, keep this in your watch list. I'm interested in this, but just to let you know, okay, a lot of these commodity ETF, okay, are under the PTP list. Okay, I'm not sure about you. I think last year there's some big hoo-ha on this PTP list over here, which means that, if you trade any of these, PTP securities, okay, you are subjected to a 10% withholding tax. Okay, so these are the list of the PTP security, but okay, some of these are tax exemption over here. Okay, all right. So for example, if you search for corn, even though it's under the PTP list, right? Okay, corn, Tilcrum corn ETF, it is under tax exemption. So, which means that if you trade this, you will not subjected to the 10% tax. Okay, this is what I heard from one of my members who actually traded that as well. So they don't have a 10% withholding tax. Okay, personally, I don't really trade the ETF nowadays, okay, for the commodities. Okay, all right. I mainly trade the CFD futures. Okay, so but this is one thing you can look at. But in case you get taxed 10%, don't come and find me. I'm just telling you that this is under PTP. But most likely it should not be taxed. Okay, most likely it's exempted because it's listed over here. Okay, so corn is another one that I am looking at over here. Another one that I'm looking at, okay, it is actually commodity also. This is actually the DBB, okay, base metal. So the favorable period is from the 26th of September to 26th of October. Okay, about 1 month calendar days. So for the past 10 years, it is up 90%. So which means that after the past 10 years, 9 years, it closed higher up. So base metal. So for those who don't know base metal, okay, what are the stocks that comprise of the base metal? Basically, it is the aluminum, copper, and zinc. Okay, so if you don't know, once again, go to ETF.com. You can just go to DBB over here. Okay, DBB is also under the PTP list, but it is, I think it's also tax exempted. DBB over here. Yeah, okay. Invesco base metal ETF, it is also tax exempted. Okay, so DBB, you can go and read through the details over here. I'm not going to go through them one by one, but you can see that it is hold just 3 equally weighted metal: the aluminum, copper, and zinc. So basically, you are buying into aluminum, copper, and zinc. Okay, so if you take a look at DBB over here, base metal over here. So can see that, you know, prior to that, you know, it is also undergoing a downtrend. Not surprisingly, because inflation has been coming down, but recently, you know, the commodities is like having a upsurge again. So you can take a look at the DBB also. So if you look at the price action right now, we are above the cloud and also above the central pivot range. These 3 green dotted line over here. And last week, we actually had a wash and rinse pattern also. So you can see that last week over here, the low here, price closed below the prior low, and then price rebounded back up again. So the low is actually 18.61, 18.61 over here. All right, so you can see that last Friday price actually closed above 18.61. All right, so, you know, I'm also looking to go long on this if price can stay above 18.61 tonight. Okay, let's see whether I'm going to do a kind of stop limit order. Okay, I'll place an order and see how it goes if price can stay above there. Okay, so I'm looking to trade the DBB as well. So looking to go higher up also. Okay, of course, the immediate swing high is somewhere around here. Okay, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy over here, somewhere around here. Okay, if price can go up, it's very good already. Okay. All right, so it's looking at this as well. So DBB is one that I'm looking at. Another one that I am looking at, it is actually Brazil. Okay, again, this is not the US equity, but other country ETF also. So Brazil is from the 28th of September to 18th of October. Okay, for the past 14 years, 93% of the time it closed higher, which means after the past 14 years, 13 years it ended higher. This is somewhere at the end of the month over here, 28th of September over here. So take a look at EWZ here. Okay, take a look at EWZ. EWZ, this is the Brazil ETF over here. Okay, price action is somewhat bearish right now. Can see that, you know, price prior to that for the past few months going higher, and then for the past 2 months came down lower. So right now, we are also against the trend, price below the cloud and just supported at the central pivot range over here at the lower range of the CPR. Okay, over here. Right, let's take a look at the 2-day time frame. Is there a wash and rinse pattern? So don't have. Okay, not every single trigger entry is wash and rinse, but a lot of time it is under wash and rinse over here. Okay, but let's see whether, at least for me, if you want to enter, right, price should stay above the central pivot range over here. That is about 31.49. Price should close above 31.49 lah. Okay, this is the 31.49 over here. Okay, it won't be a wash and rinse trigger, but if really want to go long, price should stay above 31.49. But do take note that this is against the trend. Don't be so quick to enter. I'm still looking at this. Okay, so keep this in your watch list also. Okay, so all in all, I mentioned a few things: the KIE, the insurance ETF, the corn ETF, all right, and then the base metal DBB ETF, and then the EWZ Brazil ETF over here. Okay, So there are, of course, if you take a look at other ETF, right, there are still quite a number of them. You can go through them one by one. There's a lot to go through. I won't go through every single one of them. If you find anyone that's interesting, do share in the comments in the YouTube below, okay? Unlisted one, okay? Let them know what you're watching at, okay? Then we can discuss together as well, okay? All right. So I hope you guys find value in this session, okay? Give me a like, share or comment in this unlisted video so that I know that you actually watch this video lah, okay? Once again, a very quick announcement over here. If you haven't renewed your Q4 report, right? Okay, for the current user, please use the coupon 99SV4Q over here, valid until 30th September. Okay. So with that, thank you for watching. Okay, I'll see you next week.